Welcome back to Get Loose with Deuce
and Juice.
And today here we are with Miss Montgomery and Coach Dre.
Thank you guys for coming on the show. We appreciate it. So the first question is, with both of you guys being involved in winter sports, how excited are you for the winter season this year? We'll start with Miss Montgomery.
I'm really excited. I have two kids in winter sports too, and so I've seen a lot of scrimmages for the basketball team, and they're looking really good. And was at the chili cook-off, and I'm just excited to see all the student athletes.
Yeah. For you, Coach Dre?
I'm hoping it gets better than the fall was. So I think, like Miss Montgomery said, it should be an exciting winter sports for all Bethel sports and their athletes,
right,
especially for the wrestling team. So first official wrestling team in the school history. So should be fun.
Yeah. And then how does that transition from just coming off a football season to now wrestling mode? How is that for you?
Good. A lot of people came out. We have 40 kids on the team, just varsity, about 23 for middle school. So it's fun. It's a different type of mindset, but it's a good one.
All right. And then how did getting wrestling, the wrestling program here kind of work for you? Because I know you had some part in it. How did that plan out?
Before I got here 2 years ago, I guess people wanted to do wrestling. I helped wrestling at Wayne, and I talked to our athletic director and our principal, who they have talked to students before, and they wanted more buy-in and didn't really have a person to do it. So I started it. So, and now here we are.
Yeah. And then for you, Mr. Montgomery, this being your first year having both your kids in high school, how excited are you for them to see how they are and this the process of them just being together for the first time?
It's fun to watch them, and then I get to see their friends out there and all the students competing. It's fun to see Brennan starting out his career, and Maddie, this is her last year, so it's fun. It's busy, and you know, I look at Bethel as my home, so I'm always here, always cheering for him. So I love it.
And then how Maddie recently committing, congrats on that. How excited are you, and how was that process with you kind of helping her guide her way into the next level?
It was really fun. It was exciting. I think she made the right decision. That's best for her academically and athletically. So I'm excited to go Polar Bears.
Not Northridge.
Yeah. Ohio Northern.
ONU, yes. Congrats on Maddie, by the way, for that. For Brennan starting off his career, do you have any worries, or are you just excited to see him play? I know, is basketball the only sport he does play?
He plays baseball.
Oh, baseball as well.
And
He did.
he did play football, but I think he went to golf next fall. But it's exciting to watch him start off and seeing what he likes to do and actually being part of this crew as well. So,
right.
Yeah.
And then transitioning from just being a soccer mom to now a basketball mom for both boys and girls team. How was that?
Warmer.
Yeah, it does get pretty
But we're also still in soccer because we are in club season still. But yeah, it's fun. It's a different atmosphere. I got to be more quiet in the gym because people can hear me now. So when I had to give my opinion, so it helped the ref a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, and then going back to Coach Dre, I know that you like you said earlier, you used to help with Wayne wrestling. What is the difference from here, from being at Wayne, and how can you kind of handle that? Because I know there might be a difference there with that, and how do you kind of cope and just still adjust to helping the wrestlers here?
I think just more so not just wrestling, as an academic and athletic whole broad. For athletics, I think for Bethel to succeed, what they have the athletic kids to succeed is more commitment and buy-in and trust in the process from their coaches or, their parents are spending a lot of money and taking them to do training. So the more buy-in they have and commit to the program, I think they will see more of their fruit after they plant that seed.
Right.
Because if you don't water it, it's not going to be good. So I think if they do that and buy in and keep doing what they're supposed to do, this place is, have a lot of potential to grow.
Right.
But that's the biggest difference. I mean, down the street, kids are just blessed with amazing talent from the man upstairs. So the work ethic that you don't get blessed with that talent needs to match more than that person with that talent. So just work ethic, man. So that's what you got to overcheese and, hope you beating your opponent like I tell you guys in football.
Yeah. And then how have you kind of seen like the process of the students growing since you've been here, or at least the student athletes from you coming here to coach?
I think the growth of at least wanting to be successful and wanting to win has changed in the last 2 years, and I do say the commitment has been better.
Right.
Like, for instance, today, once you never had a wrestling program, you got a wrestling program, and 33 kids showed up for a 5:30 a.m. practice.
Yeah.
So that never happened. So that's good commitment. Like, for instance, for football, y'all never had morning practices until I got here, and same thing for, other coaches. I know Coach Anderson is doing different stuff, Coach Pittman and so forth, or Coach Chase. So it's there. It's just got to keep buying in, and hopefully you see you succeed and progress after.
Yeah. And then for you, Miss Montgomery, I know you've been here to see the new coaching staff, including Coach Dre, Coach Pittman. How have you seen
Her favorite?
Yes, your favorite. How have you seen the progress of the student athletes as well since just the updates of coaching staff and just in general?
I see a lot more involvement.
Yeah.
I also feel like a lot of kids this year are more spirited, and I love that. And I love seeing everybody involved, and then I'm blessed having my kids in sports because I get to go to more sports and get to watch everybody. But I think it's a good atmosphere with how many student athletes.
I thought you was giving me a shout out.
Football and wrestling. No, just like last night at the chili cook-off, I said I was at the wrestling. I mean, I was just so impressed how many wrestlers came out and stuff like that. So.
Congrats on the wrestling team, by the way.
Yeah, all the Ahmados we have on our team.
Yeah, might have been a few too many.
Well, thank you for being on our show.
Yes, much appreciated.
And up next is we have Kaeden Shock and Cooper Mears. Welcome, Cooper and Kaeden.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So coming off of football season, I wouldn't say disappointing, but not what we hoped. How does that season ending drive you to make better outcome for next year?
Yeah, it definitely motivates me a little bit. Obviously, it's not what we wanted, but it's a good learning experience to move forward, put in some work in the off season, and hopefully come back next year and get back at it.
I definitely think we could have done a lot better, but the way I see it, it's in the past. I thought we could have done a lot more things better. I think on not just the players, but we're not going to get into that. I think that the off season is really going to help us. I think we need to get in the weight room way more, and I just think we need to do things that'll give us more of that team chemistry, if you know what I mean.
Right. And then for me personally, at least, into the season with a hot start, I feel like even going from Camp High Ground to 7-on-7 to the first week 1 win in Bethel for 8 or so years. How was that feel just to going all hot to just really just shooting straight down after that?
It was. I definitely think that. I don't know. I think it was really depressing for us all. I mean, it shows that some people just, they don't want to. They're just there for the jerseys, and other people actually want to win. I think that people are so used to Bethel losing that they always had that losing mentality, and as soon as something goes wrong, that's when they give up.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking. We won, what was it, 41, 17, something like that.
Yeah.
A big win for
12.
us. Like you said, first win.
Yeah.
First game of the season for Bethel, however many years. And then going into Kent Ridge, getting,
Destroyed.
not a very good game. And then, however many game losing streak we had, it was definitely, obviously it was sad, but
Yeah.
we just gotta learn from it. And like Kaeden said, everyone's got to buy in next year. Hopefully the mentality's better, and then us as leaders. I know y'all won't be here, but us as leaders, we gotta help lift the team up.
Yeah, we'll definitely step up a bit more.
For you, Deuce, personally, you can also comment on that. I will after if you.
I mean, knowing it was my senior year, I was more sad because I didn't really want to finish my senior year with a bunch of losses. But in the end, I still had a bunch of fun with all y'all, and would not replace what happened last year with anything else.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, y'all were some of my favorite seniors, so no glaze, but
No glaze.
we definitely will miss y'all guys.
I
You
started
guys
to
were
mess
funny.
with Juicy a little bit more at the end.
I mean, for me personally, I mean, this being my first year, kind of having like a major role in the team. But just going into Camp High Ground, I feel like that was something that you kind of would never forget. But as like a team bonding moment, and then starting off hot, pretty much. I mean, not starting off hot, but ending all of 7-on-7 hot. Just doing really well against every pretty much team we went against.
Yeah.
And then starting off 1-0 and seeing how like good we can work as a team if we come off hot. And then sadly having, a major injury after that game, and then more to come more in the season. I feel like as a leader, you still got to stay strong for your team, but at a certain point, it's like, what's really next? Because you never know how your team can come start off or just I mean, it flows, it goes very directions. I feel like a lot of games we come out hot, and then we'll settle down, or it can be vice versa. So, but I mean, as a senior, it was still good to see us have a little bit of shine, at least toward the beginning, and just just see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
At least we ended with a win too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a good
Something
win,
to
too.
start off with. Yeah.
I definitely think that we're definitely, like I said, after that major injury happened, I think that's when everyone started to go south. Not everyone has like the chemistry like the O-line and the quarterback do.
Right.
I feel like some of our receivers didn't have that much chemistry, and it was an up and down season. I feel like that if we had a bunch of people present that weren't injured or stuff like that, we definitely could have a better season. I mean, you could see from a lot of the scores. I mean, even then, we really didn't get like their Brandon game. I will say, like, we did get sold of a touchdown, and we would have been able to tie that up. And I thought that would have boosted our confidence a lot more.
Right.
And also definitely Riverside. I think that's where everyone. That's where like everything went so far down there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was such a good game. I mean, it really was a great game. I still enjoy playing in that game because of how close it was. It gave me something, to feel excited for, to fight for, and then, obviously the ending wasn't as much as we pleased, but,
Yeah.
I mean, we had so many injuries that game that had me playing safety.
Yeah, the season was
I had a front row view of that touchdown catch at the end.
almost had me playing corner, bro.
I mean, all right. So going on from there, you two being seniors this upcoming season, this being your last, at least for high school, how do you go into next season as leaders? And I know, at least me and Deuce tried to do our best, but how do you look at us or kind of progress as leaders, kind of help your teammates improve this season, upcoming season?
I definitely think a big part of that is going a little bit more harder on the upcoming kids. I mean, I know you guys definitely tried your best, but I feel like we could be a little bit more harder, more consequences to your action, of course. And I think we just all need to buy in, everyone, some of the older guys, they don't always show up, because they think they're okay because they're starting. I used to be one of those people, but I realize now that it's definitely the weight room that helps us out the most. I think that's going to have the biggest impact on us this season.
Yeah. For you, Cooper?
I think we need to start the off season early. Obviously, there's wrestling and basketball, but for the people that's not doing anything, they need to get in the weight room early, be on a lifting plan, stay healthy.
Especially
then,
kids that aren't even playing sports.
100%. Yeah.
And like you said, like you guys, like your football season's done. Like we won't really feel what that's like until we're actually out there playing as seniors, especially as the year goes on. So I think, obviously start early, but once the season starts, keep pushing, keep doing what you got to do to lift your teammates and do what you got to do to win.
Yeah. And then you, Cooper, especially being QB1, I know that comes with a role as itself, even no matter what grade you're in, I don't know, sophomore, freshman, whatever. And then on top of that, being a senior, how excited are you? But not also how excited, but how, like, Are you nervous? Or, I mean, like, what are the feelings you feel as, this could be, this is your last high school season. But on top of that, being the quarterback, the main person people kind of look at toward if you win a game or lose a game, how did the quarterback play?
I'm excited. I'm obviously a lot, I need to, avenge my last season because it wasn't a very good season.
Right.
But, quarterback's a position where, like you said, you got all eyes on you at all times.
Yeah.
It's something you got to overcome. It's not just physical, but it's a lot mental. So I got to learn how to overcome that and, step forward on those big situations, get stuff done.
Yeah. And then could you comment on your performance? You think, I know it, obviously the season didn't go as best, but you still had a lot of high moments. Could you comment on, just things you need to work on or things you think you did great on or just overall as a, the quarterback position?
I think I could definitely be, like I said, stronger mentally.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes if I get out there, we get off to a bad start, like, fumbled snap, bad pass, something. I get down on myself too fast. I need to learn how to overcome that. But I think I did good. I think I did good getting on my teammates when they needed to, not necessarily when they were doing something wrong, but kind of just giving them feedback. Mm-hmm. And then I think my rushing ability was pretty good.
Yeah. I could agree on that.
I like being kind of a dual threat, but
yeah,
obviously that comes with work, and I'm put that in. So
yeah. And then lastly, real quick, Kaeden, you kind of being the leader, our leader of the O-line, and just kind of being there for everyone to make sure everything goes as smooth as possible. What are some things you can look back on this season and then going into next season on how you can handle that being a senior, at least in the trenches?
I definitely think our O-line was definitely one of the best we've had in a while, personally. Most of the time our pass pro was good. Our run blocking was a little questionable, but I feel we definitely had extremely good moments where, we still took the blame, but at the end of the day, that's what part of being on the O-line. Once again, I feel like O-line is one of those positions where it's like, people get discouraged. Not everyone's always hyping them up because
right.
They're not a skill play position, but deep down, it really starts up front, and I think that's really something we're gonna have to crack down on. Since it's such an important position that we need to make sure people buy in if they're playing, at least on my side of the ball.
100%.
Yeah, the O-line definitely don't get enough appreciation, especially coming from me. Y'all don't know how much they do. So,
but yeah, definitely still love my quarterback, my running back. I definitely think that our chemistry personally, I think that's definitely something that helps a lot.
Yeah,
because we've known each other for like 4 years, and I think that also helps a lot. I just think all of us definitely need to have chemistry with everyone else. I think that's a big part, and also having Lucas back next year hopefully is definitely going to be a big part in our role because he's just born to be a playmaker,
Yeah.
So no glaze down.
Well, I wish you guys for your best of luck for your senior year and all the upcoming players.
Yes.
And thank you guys for coming back on our podcast.
Of course.
Much appreciated.
Thank you.
And good luck next season. Yeah,
Of course.
we'll be here as much as we can.
Let's get loose with Deuce.
And I'm Juice.
Goodbye.